A redefined retake is simply how fast can you just change layers? How can I climb as many layers as possible as fast as possible? Start by doing infinite side jumps like this. Can you do diagonal side jumps in a row? How many times can you just do a simple diagonal jump to the right? And then how many times can you do it to the left? How many times can you side jump and do walls? Creating a retake on how to get height. That's like the best way I can simplify it. All right, yo, what's good, guys? We are back. Today, we're doing something that I have never done before. We are watching the members of the Ceice Discord, live coaching them through fighting practice. This is going to be probably the best way to improve your fighting. Like, I've done this time and time again, and every time I do it, each player gets better and better and better, personally, because I'm individually helping that person. So I want to do this more often. It's really simple, and yeah, we're gonna get right into it. We've got Ceice here. He's gonna hop into a speed realistics. Go ahead and ready up. And we're just very simple, right? We're just gonna watch his fighting. We're gonna see what he does, and after every round, I'm gonna take notes just like I normally do when I'm doing this. Take notes on Ceice's fighting. Ceice, obviously, don't read the notes, I guess, until you're done with the first to 5. We're gonna learn a lot about Ceice and how he can improve on fighting. And this is the greatest thing about this is Ceice probably fits in the same line as a lot of you guys, right? I probably fit in the same line as a lot of you guys. Everyone's fighting is fairly similar unless you're Peterbot. So watching Peterbot, you can pick up on a lot of things, but yeah, you can learn a lot from watching someone fight. And this will point out some really, really good things. So I'm excited for this. Just get him in a 1v1 real quick. Come on now. Struggling to find somebody. Oh, nice. Okay, here we go. Hopefully this guy's solid enough. I'm gonna mute you, Ceice, so he can't hear. And we're gonna talk about him, guys. We're gonna talk some shit around behind his back. No, I'm kidding. All right. Well, this is the problem. Sometimes you just don't get the right players. He needs to go next. Hold on, let me tell him. Yo, you should queue up next, Ceice. Just go find oh, you like find a board in the game, but it's fine. It's okay. We'll do this until you find the player, and then I'm gonna mute you again, and then we'll do it first to 5. No big deal. Yeah, worst case scenario, what we'll do is we'll have one of you guys in here just fight Ceice. Like, if he doesn't get it in the next like 5 minutes, we'll just have someone else. It's no big deal. Or I'll fight him. I don't know. We'll do something. All right, we gotta pray. Pray it works. Last time, Ceice. If you can't get anybody, then we'll get somebody from the Discord to 1v1 you. Who would be down to 1v1 Ceice? Okay, you got some people. That's okay. Just make sure your guys' game is ready just in case he doesn't get. And then worst case scenario, if we're gonna do this with other people, so if they don't get people, then we'll. Bro, what are you queuing? That's crazy. You're queuing ranked. Like, yeah, you're doing up, up, up. Oh, there you go. Now, realistics are better than like 1v1s. You could obviously just PG somebody, but pray this guy's goated.
Frenzy shotgun. Frenzy shotgun. Gold pump shotgun.
Okay, all right. Pick somebody from the Discord. Type your guys' in-game name in the chat. Make sure you're on NA, and Ceice will add you. And just try to shit on Ceice because we need some good practice, some good fighting practice. Oh, you guys are ready. Go ahead, pick whoever you want. That guy's crazy, bro. All right, I'm muting Ceice. Good luck. First to 5. Take some notes. Here we go. All right. Simply just ran out of mess. Oh. 4-4. Oh. Oh. All right, I got a couple notes here. All right, yo, aim ski. Okay, so got a couple notes, not too many. Of course, I think that I knew going into this. I think you're a very solid player. You've got a good base. But I think the two things that I have down here would be always pre-pickaxe a wall before dropping, and then your window edit piece is a very positive thing about you. Your peaks and piece is pretty solid. Like you're making consistently right edits. Couple just like feel like they're just. I feel like I would categorize them into just Fortnite edits. Like you just make a peanut butter peak and it's not like the greatest angle, but you're just taking kind of a 50-50 or kind of whoever shoots faster shot.
I know that's not necessarily a good edit. This might not be a good thing. I'm just normally really confident.
Yeah. I mean, you can always edit reset or do one of those. Like like I said, those are just Fortnite peaks. Like you just go for those, and sometimes the player will just miss because it is your wall. You can't predict when you're gonna edit or what you're gonna edit. But yeah, I would say like the biggest thing that was losing you fights is you would just drop on a wall and without pickaxing it before you drop at least once, and you would just edit. And he did get like, I think it was like 2 or 3 times where he did pump you, and maybe like one of those 3 times was like a lucky like quick pre-fire, like you got pumped pretty fast. So but still, like you should always pressure the wall before you drop. And then I think one thing I didn't write down was, if you're really trying to win these fights, I feel like something that I do a lot is like when he's above you, instead of just waiting, because in my opinion, like I'd be snoozing kind of like fighting you if you're below me. Like you were sitting below me or sitting below him a lot, like go for those like fake chops and then just mantle up, fake chop and then just climb up. That like realistically in a game is what's going to win you the fight. Like you fake chop, get up on height, you edit a wall out, you just spray something out and back, he'll jump down like to save himself from getting chopped, and then you just go up. So that will save you, and then or that will help you. And then you can like pair that with, I didn't see like a consistent, like whenever he was above you, you literally would just sit and like box below him and spray and kind of wait for him to jump on your wall. So and I'm sure you have like a free build like retake, but I would say make sure you can do something like that where you can just go up and jump cone, like side jump cones, come up high wall, like go back, jump. Like I didn't see that typical Fortnite retake where you can get height. Like you would always just sit below, which is probably the more realistic way to do it. But
I feel like my thing is like, oh, this is like kind of bad about me. I mean, like it's good if you're in like high elo, I guess. But
yeah,
I don't confident just like full building on someone unless I get like a chip 50 tag. That's what I'm always playing for.
Well, yeah. I mean, okay, look at my screen. See my screen?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
So like you can do that. Like you'd go for things like you go like this and you'd oh, I messed it up. But you'd pump them and then go up. Like if you got that 50 tag, I never really saw you like get it and then like do something like I'm doing it wrong. But like one of these, oh shit, where you just like go up, mantle, like come up. My mechanics are horrible in this windowed mode. But like, yeah, you would never just do like a simple retake. That's like, I'm not asking you to just come up here and crank 590s because you're probably right. Like the guy, it's a grief. It's not even worth it. Like even if you're better than the guy, but like you should definitely know how to do some type of thing where you can go up really quickly, mantle. Maybe it's a throw in mantle where you can like this and come back and around. I don't know. Like there's something you can do to like get height quick, or like you chop the guy out, you fake chop him out right now, and like you're spraying out and he drops and you go like up to the side and you like get distance and go up. Like that is a very simple thing to incorporate into your style. But yeah, I mean, for the most part, it was pretty simple. And I think the biggest trait, the biggest thing about you that's great is your peaks are really good. Like you'll go for like always edits like this where it's like you have a double advantage, or you go for like this where like the guy's ramping up. I saw him go like ramp up like this, and you'd have this rather than like a lot of people will just go for something like this or something. Like it's like it's still a decent peak, or even like this to go for an edit like this. It's like, sure, like you got him quick, but like you would always have something to prepare yourself. If he did hit you, you'd have like a quick reset, which is definitely like having that at the core. And then, yeah, your window peaks, like window piece, or you'd come up and you do like a side of the windows instead of the middle ones. Those are huge when it comes to fighting.
One last question, like,
yeah,
like you said, my peaks were like good, but like anytime like I fight like a tier 1 or something, and like ranked or something, just like for like PGs, whatever, I always get like hit even when I'm taking like decent peak, like you said. How can I like perfect it flawlessly? You know what I mean?
Okay, so one thing on that note that I saw you do a lot is like you'd come up like this and you'd be boxing below a guy. You'd have space like, I don't know, you have space like this, and you would like you're constantly going for things like this where you like edit, reset, like I would watch you like almost edit your entire box like this. Like this is just, I know this isn't a peak, but like you're just asking for the player eventually to just drop down. It's giving you a disadvantage. You're constantly the one like shooting, like you're doing too much. Like your mechanics are definitely fast enough to not have to go like do this constantly and hold like wait for him to shoot a shot, right? Like you're definitely quick enough to like just go for this.
Like, slide a cone when I do that.
Okay.
Like,
yeah, I mean,
like quick edit cone and then reset. But I should just like slower, like it just makes the wall weak.
Yeah, exactly. You're just doing too many walls. I think that's what I saw multiple times. You would just edit too many. And then yeah, peaks against pros, like it's about being patient. Like I mean, you were losing fights to that guy by not being patient sometimes. And like you have the right peaks. It's literally just about like doing what you're doing. But I really do think incorporating like the retake or incorporating like what you have is like really good pump there and come up and like, and then you have the height advantage. And you can like, you don't have to, every time you fight a tier 1 pro or like a good player, you don't have to just out duel them by out peeking them. Like you can just like it's like in game, right? You can just out spray the guy. Like you go up, right? 50, go up, okay, boom. Like you're on height. Like, you know, you would know the scenario if it's a mid game fight or if it's an early game fight. You don't have to do all of that. But like you see, like, and then you just spray and now you're above him and now you play your advantage where you're above him and you're just waiting for him to make the edit and pump him 50. Okay, you hit him weak and then you just jump in, like, right? Like there's in game isn't all about like box fight, like who's making the better quick peanut butter peek with the right angle. Like it's not all about that. And so I think, I don't know, my advice would be go play like a lot of realistics and just because you have the mechanics, you just have to understand like when to capitalize on situations in game. And I think like actual realistics instead of like speed realistics might help you.
I think the reason I'm so impatient is because I always grind PGs and I need to play realistics more.
Yeah, speed realistics are good, but like they're good if you can actually make yourself take them serious. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like speed realistics and 1v1s are the same thing because you could just go in, go out, kill the guy or die. It doesn't matter. You just go next. Cool. All right. I'm gonna remove your role and then chase you.
Problem, bro.
There you go. Okay. All right. Who is next? We had let's see. I posted the list here. Zan, are you still here? All right. Zan, do you have pick somebody to 1v1 Zan? That way we'll just do it like this. I gave you screen share. Just hop on your screen share. And then just, yeah, if you guys want to 1v1 Zan, type your guys' name in the chat and he'll add you. Or you can add him, I guess. Whatever. It doesn't matter. Just get somebody in your lobby. Someone add me. All right. Let's go.
Gold pump shotgun. Gold pump shotgun. Gold pump shotgun. Gold pump shotgun.
Why is this shit so laggy? Goddamn. Is it lagging and bad quality for you guys as well? Zan, yeah, your stuff is just delayed, yeah. Okay, we'll do somebody else. No worries, Zan. Sorry, brother. Proverb, you ready? Proverb and KJ? PC bugging? Yeah, no worries. All right, Proverb, you here? Yeah, okay, cool. Proverb, screen share. I'm gonna give you a roll. All right, Proverb, toss up a screen share. Yeah, then just hop into a realistic, speed realistic, or add somebody. Probably what we should do. There you go, Broken's doing it. Good luck, Proverb. First to 5. Should be good. All right. Let's go.
Gold pump shotgun.
Hi, T, let's go. I'm not gonna lie. It's kind of laggy, chat. Ain't gonna lie. Ain't gonna lie. How is aim ski so good? Does he also have? Yo, Proverb, it's laggy. I don't know if you have Excel on. You have hardware acceleration on or off on Discord. You have to turn it on, yeah. Not in the advanced. You have to check in voice and video. Guys, team. Guys, look at my screen share. What do I do? Oh, gone. W cat. Okay, let's go. It's good. Okay. All right. Good luck. Good luck. Lovely. Good stuff, guys. It is still kind of laggy, but I think I can process it. It's fine. Bro, he just does not have a viable retake, like a clean retake. It's always he's just always ramping out. Like you guys, if you guys are watching this game, right, the gameplay here, you'll see like whenever he goes for height here, he just ramps up. It's like the same thing every time. He'll ramp up, like turn around and cone. It's not like one for one the exact same thing, but like this window's open behind him. You might not see it this round. He's weak. But let's see. Like he doesn't have a viable way to just get height quick. This is what I was trying to explain to Aimski. It's like a retake is a retake, but like. Alright, so he's about to lose height. Okay, he lost height. I feel like he does the same thing. Ramp up, turn around, like the same thing. And yet, every time he does it, you're seeing like every single time he's predictable. And this guy, I don't know who it is broken, is predicting it every time. Like he's getting double edits. I've seen him die like 2 or 3 times with just broken having like a double edit on him and just double edit down pump, like hit him for really hard or just kill him. Watch, let's see. He's on low ground here. Let's see. He might go up here, and he'll just go up, like ramp up. Or he should. He's doing what he normally does. Like even right there, like he's just sitting below. In my eyes, he's like he doesn't know what to do. He's like waiting in the guy to like he's like not nervous, but like he's like unsure. He's like, okay, do I wait? Is he gonna come down? And the guy comes down and like he just catches him off, right? Like if you have a good retake that's like will work, or just like a quick height like layer change that will work. It's simple. Like see, kind of the same thing he just did right there. He just does his little. He just goes up, turns around, and does his thing. And then also he struggles with making space like quickly, consistently. Like a look. All right, let's see. He lost height here. Look, ramps up, does a little turnaround, predicted. Every time. And yeah, then he struggles with making space quickly. Like when he gets predicted, like he'll throw cones around that are in like wrong boxes and it just wastes mats and is inefficient, you know? Doesn't know how to take a retake there, like doesn't know how to go up really, so he tries to just edit up, like straight up vertically. Doesn't really work. The guy gets doubles, just predicts him, and boom. Same thing, right? He did the same thing. All right, well, after this round, we'll unmute him. Yep. Okay. Yo, hello. All right, I got some notes.
All right.
Okay, so 2 things. You have to learn how to create a viable retake, and the next thing would be making quick space and how to do it consistently. So look at my screen. It's very simple, right? Like the things you're doing are easy fixes. I think at the core, you have some speed. Like you're not the world's fastest editor. I'm not the world's fastest editor, so it's not a bad thing. I'm not, but yeah, you have some speed, which is good. Like you've got probably enough to like keep yourself alive, and it's enough to play defensive. Like it's not like you're insanely slow, which is great. So, but yeah, so how to create a viable retake. So a retake can look a lot of ways, right? It can look like this, where you're going up. Like I'm sure we've all seen this, where you go like this, and then you come up here, and then turn this way. Oh, I don't even know. You do some stupid shit like this, where you come up and then you edit your stair and flip it. Like no one wants to see that. Like nobody. You're never doing that. Okay. A retake redefined. A redefined retake is simply how fast can you just change layers, right? So for me, it looks like my retakes are very similar to like this, right? I'll just side jump, right? I just messed up, but like ideally I'll just hit this and then I'll hit another 90 right here, and then I'll go in straight in the 90s, like whatever. So it's nothing crazy. I'm not coming out here with throwing walls up, coming through, throwing walls up, flipping it, editing through, double edit up, you know, edit through, side jump. It's none of that. It's literally just think about how fast you can just change layers. So, you see my screen?
Yep.
Okay. So it's side jump, side jump into a cone, into another side jump, right, into a 90. Like, it's just like, how fast can you just change layers? Because what you were doing, I don't know if you realize this. I'm assuming you don't. This is what it would look like watching you. You would just you'd sit on the walls. You'd wait, and your one move consistently was you do your thing. You'd pump him 60, whatever, and then you go like this. You go up like this, and then you go. You do something like this, or you edit through the window like this. Every single time you would go up. Every time it was always a ramp. You'd always go like this. Like, sometimes it was maybe like, sometimes it was just one, and then you come up and you go like this. Sometimes it was more. Sometimes it was like this, and then you throw up like a, I don't know, high wall, like whatever. But it was never like, it was so predictable. Like, I watched him go like this on you when you'd ramp up and he just pumped you for 50 or 100, like, I don't know. Every time you would go up, it was always like that. So you need to be way more spontaneous. Like, you're seeing how easy I'm flipping direction. I'm going side, right? Going up, walls. Like, you can throw in some like cheesy retakes stuff, but like, it's really just side jumps, protected side jumps, knowing where the player is and just getting distance and climbing layers, right? So you see here, I'm getting distance while climbing layers. I know I'm doing it wrong. I'm messing up, but that's because I'm just rusty right now. But yeah, it's very simple, right? So just learn how to do that. Like, the way that I teach people in the base of it is start by doing infinite side jumps like this. Like, how I call these diagonal jumps is what I call them. Diagonal jumps. Can you guys all do diagonal jumps? Like, this is a fighting 101. I have not done any fighting coaching for anybody in this Discord. So those of you that are part of this right now are like, this is what I teach people all the time. So can you do diagonal side jumps in a row? How many can you do in a row? Infinite? Great. Once you get down infinite, right? It's very simple. All it is you're finding the jump spot just here, and you're literally just pressing D. Like, you're just D, jump, right? D, jump. All I'm pressing is D. And then you add in your movement, right? Then you can add in your W tap, or you kind of, you know, because if I just do D, right? Like, I'm just going so slow, right? But if you throw in the W, start going forward a bit. So, okay. Anyways, back to the basics, right? So how many times can you just do a simple diagonal jump to the right? And then how many times can you do it to the left, right? It's different. It looks a little different on the left because for me, my binds are tricky to the left. So I always do it to the right, but maybe it's, if your controller, like, I don't know, you can do it both ways, or whatever your binds, however your binds are set up. Maybe it's to the left, doesn't matter. So how many times can you do that? Okay. Once you do that, next thing you practice is how many times can you do that with putting double wall, right? Because you have to do that. Like, there's levels to it, right? You're not just going to do it and be like, all right, I got it. I can do it. How many times can you side jump and do walls? Because again, your cross replacement matters. You don't want to be, I would say I'm pretty rusty right now, so my cross replacement is not good, but you're seeing how much my crosshair is moving. It really should be as simple as like, it shouldn't be like flick around your screen, come up here, flick. I know also when I watch people do this, they'll do what I just did. They'll do like this and they'll edit. Like, it's not that. It's very simple. It's just wall, cone, jump, wall, cone, jump, right? So then how can you do that to the left? Wall, cone. It's a little different. Hold on, time. One, right? Right? It's a little different. This is why you don't see me do this a lot to the left, but you can do it and you should know how to do it, because the big thing about retaking when you're doing retakes is being like quick and snappy and going with the flow. Because you're not always going to just perfectly, like, the server could lag, the guy could get a certain wall, he could be in a weird positioning. Like, you're not always going to just perfectly land a side jump like that. Like, you're going to go underneath sometimes, and that's fine. And just, you know, being able to quickly like relay off of that, throwing up some cones and walls, like doing things like this and switching. And then like, you're seeing how what I'm doing is nothing. It's like all free. It's like, nothing is scripted. I'm kind of just going as I'm doing. Like, I'm messing up and I'm just, obviously I'm not saying this is a perfect retake. This is not great at all, but you're seeing how like it's good to go with the flow. Like, you need to be able to go with the flow. Like, there, I'm just like, that's not anything crazy, but I'm just running into walls and I'm making sure that I can hit every edit through the wall, right? Like, oh, I messed that up, no big deal. Come here. Like, you see how that right there, it was so much confusion. Like, I was going left and up, and then I cut back in and go back and up, right? Like, that's a simple retake on how to confuse the guy, getting distance and getting height. So yeah, retakes, just start off by doing what I just told you. Master this. How many times can you do this? Because once you do this, the walls, you can throw in your simple jump, the wall, into a jump, into a 90, right? Like, and boom. Now look how many layers I went up with very minimal mats, and I'm way above the guy. And very quick amount of time. It's not like this where you're ramping up, where you're turning around. Even where you do like this, like, you'll see me like rarely do like this, right? Like, this is fine, but you're seeing how I'm continuing to move and I'm moving away from the player. Like, imagine he was behind me, right? I'm moving away, right? And I'm obviously using directional audio and like where he is, right? So you don't have to block off my back right now if he's in front of me, you know, right? So creating a retake on how to get height. That's like the best way I can simplify it. Like, you don't have to do some crazy thing. Just how quick can you elevate layers? How quick can you climb layers? And then the next thing I had written down was, where's my notepad? Jeez, whatever. The next thing I had written down was making space quickly. So like, a lot of times you'd be fighting the guy, and you like pump him, you trade, and then you would just like come out here and you'd like flail cones around like this, and like you'd sit and and you go here and you throw some more cones around. Like this is what it would look like. Not maybe is a bit exaggerated, but it's got to be as very simple as just like you're coming out, you get hit, okay, no big deal, because you could infinitely just I know you know how to do this. Like everyone knows how to just tarp in a straight line protected, right? Or make a snail even, right? Like you have seen that, you know what to do, how to make a quick snail, but you just got to be quicker with it. You got to be more snappy with making quick space, right? Coming out here and just making that a quick box, right? Like you're weak. Let's say like you make a 2x2. All right, let's restart this. Okay, you get boxed, or you're in a box. You edit, you pump each other. Okay, you make your quick 2x2. Like that's simple. You're holding your walls while you're making the space. Okay, and then just quickly doing this as an extra box without having to actually be in the box. Or here, it's just like it's just a little flick. You just come out and just do a little. I don't even know what it is, a little something like that will help you create just quicker space. Like you don't have to be stressing like editing through the walls and doing it like this. Like this is predictable to just do this, right? No one does this in game. And then when you see me, if you ever see me like tell somebody how to make a snail, you see I always tell them not to you don't make a snail by going like this. This isn't a snail, because this lets you get predicted, right? The guy that you're making a snail from, he just sees you, oh, you're going this way. Oh, let me just, double it on him, right? So instead, when you make a snail, it's like one fluent motion, it's boom, right? And then you connect all your things. So same thing when you're like making a box, like you're getting fought, right? You need to make more space, boom. Like that's pretty chill. And then if you need to make more space, you can come out here and you can wall it like that. I think that's also something I wanted to teach you or just tell you about, is just making extra, or like, I forget what I call it, like pre-piece boxes. I don't know what the best term would be, but I need you to practice that as well. Because if you can't do that, that's a big thing too. So like imagine someone's boxer here. This is very simple. You can just set it up yourself. Literally just how fast can you do this, right? I know I just fell down, but ideally you don't fall down. Super simple to practice. You just come in here, put some walls up, leave some space, right? And you just practice against this guy. And you say, oop, let me just, how fast can you do that every time to both sides, right? Oh, he's here. Like a lot of times I'll just be doing like a diagonal tarp free build where I'll just like this. I'll just be making my hats. I'll just be like, like diagonal tarping, right? We're just doing this. And then eventually you just, whatever you want, you just make a box, right? So in here, I'm just doing my thing like I would in end game. Say I'm just doing my thing, right? Follow me, teammate, follow me, on me, right? This is very simple tarping. Your teammate can replace the cones where you missed, no big deal. And then you just box. Like, how fast can you just come out here and just box the wall, right? Very simple stuff. Or you can set up a box and come up here and practice like the whole situation where you're just on the wall and then you just like this, right? There's like a Raiders map that has like an infinite box that just you kill the AI in it and he just respawns all the walls. You can easily do this, like pickaxe it, wait, pump out, cone the walls, right? Like go up, all that. Like that's very, very, very basic, but that's a practice that you need to have that will come in handy in fighting and when you're making space. So those are all the notes that I had for you. Do you have any questions?
Just like when working on that stuff, like should I be focusing mostly like in creative, like, or like on my own, or should I, warm up, do some of those retakes and then, practice in a 1v1 or something like?
Yeah, I would say like the retakes, you need to just know how to do, like you need to get this down, right? Like
yep. Once
you have that down, then go in 1v1s. It's gonna be a little different. Like the guy's gonna be spraying at you or actually above you or trying to piece you, so that you're gonna have to throw in, one of these where you go up, then hit a side jump, and then like you're gonna have to throw in things like that, like being fluent, right? Like what I said. So definitely, I think the way that I've improved the fastest is 1v1s, like actual just PGs 1v1s, like this world right here.
That's what I've been doing a lot, but like you said, like I'm very stiff, I'm very predictable. I tend to focus too much on like editing, just basically full tarp retakes, like you were saying, like just ramp up with high walls or whatever.
Yeah. So it's all about like, just think about how can I climb as many layers as possible, as fast as possible, yep. Right? And getting distance at the same time is a huge benefit because you have to make him chase you. Like if you can just do even doing this pretty consistently, right? Like see what I'm doing? Like it's very simple. And then like, oh, I messed up with the cone there. No worries. I'm just gonna go out here. Oh, let me switch to angles, go up. And then eventually like you could do this infinitely, like what I'm doing here. And then just eventually just throw it a random, just straight God side jump, sprint side jump 90. Like you're just going to be right above the guy in 2 seconds. Yeah, cool.
Very cool.
Alrighty. I appreciate you, brother.
Yeah, of course. Thanks, man.
All right. The vibes now, chat. Brew, calling us to wraps. It's been, what has this been? Like, it's been a minute. Damn.